So last thing I want to talk about as far as a psoriasis diet strategy, and I have a post I wrote on this, so you can read into that a little more. It's the ABCs and 1, 2, 3s of a diet approach each day. So the ABCs, A is the acid versus alkaline balance, and I know this is a popular thing. I'm not talking about just higher pH and raising the pH. The body regulates pH. What I am talking about is at what cost does the body have to regulate the pH of the blood? Yes, the blood is always at a 7.25 to 7.35, but at what cost? What minerals does it have to strip out of the bones to keep that blood alkaline? At what cost? What cost does the stomach have to be at to process and digest foods when it's not producing the proper hydrochloric acid? So when I talk about an acid-alkaline balance, I'm talking about bringing in foods that have an alkalizing effect that take the pressure off the body to do the alkalinizing it needs to do. These are proper foods like celery juice in the morning, incredible elixir at helping the stomach produce the proper blends of stomach acids so that digestion can happen and nutrient absorption can happen where it needs to happen. This also keeps bad infections down that grow in the stomach when the stomach acids are low. There's foods specific, and juicing is very important here to talk about in a second, to bringing in nutrients and keeping the blood alkaline without the body having to adapt to us. That's a part of it. That's a discipline. Remember, healing the body is about making sure the body does not have to adapt to what we're stuffing in our face and how hard we're living our life. We have to help the body heal and stop adapting to us. We are going to adapt to the body, what it needs. The more we do this, the more peace and balance and harmony comes into our lives. And even though I'm still covered in this skin stuff, I know I'm getting better, and I know I'm getting to a high plateau, and that high level is vitality. That's what I'm talking about, vitality. Healing into vitality, and that's where skills and discipline develop. A is the acid versus alkaline balance. ABCs. B, buffering the belly. What do I mean by that? Kind of rolls off the acid-alkaline aspect. If you know you're going to have a cooked meal, if you know you're going to have some acidic foods down the line, if you know you're going to have some coffee in the morning, before you have the coffee, bring in the alkalinizing foods and mixtures, like that lemon water is an alkalinizing effect because of what it does in the body. Not because of what it has, I know lemon's acidic, but because of what it does. It flushes out, it clears out the system, and it sets the stage well. So then if you have some acidic coffee, it's not as big of a deal. For dinners, if you're going to have a large cooked meal, if you're going to have some acidic foods, if you're going to have an Italian dish or something yummy, Mediterranean dish with some oils and spices and this and that, buffer the belly with a salad. So that's what I mentioned, I think earlier, I mentioned having a salad while you're cooking dinner. This is a great way to buffer the belly. You clean it out, you bring the roughage in, you bring the oils in, and you bring in those cut-ups, bring in some cut-up fruits and vegetables in the salad, whatever you like to add. Some seeds, like pumpkin seeds, which help digestion, help that. Bring in that fiber, those enzymes, and you're setting the stage, you're buffering the belly. That's B. So you have that raw food before you have any kind of cooked food, and you bring it in 10-15 minutes before, or a half hour before. You have some guacamole as an hors d'oeuvre while you're making dinner, and you give that body that proper alkaline raw fuel, and then it can easily digest. And if some of the foods you're eating at the cooked meal aren't exactly a life-changing food, or aren't exactly changing or going towards the healing, then the body can process them and remove them. That's important. It's just as much as absorption, there's elimination. So you have to help the body eliminate, and buffering the belly really helps with absorption and elimination. So that's B. C is the chemical combinations. What do I mean by that? Well, and I'm going to talk about some foods that I obviously mentioned and minimized, but there's combinations of foods that really cause hellfire in the body. One example is putting milk on cereal. A terrible combination with lactose and the wheat gluten. Another combination is milk and coffee, milk and anything. It's a combination of the chemicals that create a very acidic issue in the body. So there's specific things you want to kind of keep out, and chemical combinations you want to look at to help the alkalinizing process of the body. So it's just important to consider that, and consider that's another reason why you're trying to trim down on these acidic foods, but mixing them together can really cause a lot of problems. So on to the 1, 2, 3s. Number 1, already talked about it, water. That's it, alkaline water. 2 to 4 liters a day. A rule of thumb is to bring in half of your body weight in pounds in fluid ounces of water. So you take your body weight in pounds, divide it in half, That's how many fluid ounces of water you need every day as a baseline. Okay, that's not like the ceiling, that's the baseline. So I weigh 200 pounds, that's 100 fluid ounces of water a day. That's about 3.5 liters. That's what I strive for. If you can go to 3 to 4 liters regardless of your body weight and bring it in nice and smooth throughout the day and night, over a 24-hour period, not just like, oh no, I forgot to drink my water today and start chugging 2 liters, that's not good. But if you can bring in the 3 to 4 liters right now, that's going to flush the system. It's going to help the body get rid of sediment and all this putrefying foods. It's going to help flush it out. So I like to shoot for 3 to 4 liters, but the baseline is half your body weight in pounds in fluid ounces of water each day. So water is number 1. Number 2, juicing. If you can get a juicer, if you can at least get a blender or do some smoothies, that's good too, but and then the fiber still comes in, that's great. But juicing is important in a league of its own, because especially at the beginning, because juicing brings in all that electroactivity and all those nutrients of the fruit and vegetable without any digestion needed. Digestion not being needed gets back to that aspect of keeping the burden off the liver so that it can focus on healing. So bringing in a juice, I like to do celery juice in the morning, straight celery juice. I'll juice the white part of the lemon that I'd squeeze into my lemon water, and I'll juice down half batch of celery, about 12, 16 ounces. And I'll take in the celery juice on an empty stomach in the morning. Right away, you're giving the stomach the fuel it needs to produce proper stomach acid and heal. This is going to get rid of the heartburn, the GERD, the acid reflux, the gastrointestinal reflux. It's going to go away in 6 to 7 weeks if you can get the celery juice going 5 days out of the week. Promise you that. Not guaranteeing anything, but I promise you it's going to make a profound difference if you can do that as part of your strategy, juicing that in. And if you can have you can't do celery juice in the morning, then do a juice in the afternoon. Try some apple, parsley, and celery. Try some cucumber, orange, and beetroot. Carrots, whatever you can get your hands on that's easy for you. Because I know juicing is a challenge in and of itself. You gotta clean the juicer, you gotta make the juice, you gotta cut the vegetables, you gotta do all this stuff. So build up to this. So start with simple juices. Do just apple and carrot and ginger root. Very powerful juice. I mean, I can't even think of a more powerful combination than those 3. Apple, carrot, ginger root. Ginger root juice does so many things for the body. It's probably number 1 on the life-changing foods list for healing psoriasis specifically, ginger root. Number 2 is garlic. So put garlic in all your food, put garlic in your guacamole, put it on your salads, cook with it. Get 1 to 2 cloves of garlic in each day. But if you can cut up a thumb of ginger root, juice it up, blend it up, shave some onto your salad or shave some onto your cooking, bring in ginger root consistently, but an apple, ginger, carrot is a nice juice, or an apple, ginger, cucumber. But yes, a very important juice, if you can do it, is celery in the morning. Straight up celery. Some lemon, if you want to add cilantro, parsley, go for it. If you want to get real crazy about it, but start with just the celery so you can build that up. Make sure you wash the celery really good. Make sure you soak it in cold water. And I have a cleaner, an organic cleaner that works really good for soaking and getting the pesticides out of fruits and vegetables. So talk to me about that. So that's number 2 is juicing if you can juice. Blending is good too. It is. And that's number 3, blending fruits and vegetables. So getting a smoothie, get a NutriBlender. My Magic Bullet NutriBlender, I love it. It's easy to clean, it's easy to make up. Put my wild blueberries in there, some frozen fruits, put some ginger root in there, put my powders in, my spirulina, my greens, and pure water, and whip it up. I mean, 5-10 minutes, you have this nutritious, powerful smoothie. It's easy to take your herbs with, suck them right down. I like to drink it over about 30 to 60 minutes. But that's very important. That's the 3rd. So the ABCs 1, 2, 3 is in review. A is the acid-alkaline balance. Take the pressure off the body to alkalize the blood by what you eat and the balance of what you eat each day. B, buffer the belly. Bring in foods, bring in a salad before dinner. Bring in lemon water before coffee in the morning. Buffer the belly. Set the stage for the day. Set the healing stage. C is those chemical combinations. Watch out for that hellfire combinations of putting things together that really cause problems in the body. Number 1 is water, water, water. Water, 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 water. Can't say it enough. I'm sorry. I'm getting sick of myself here. Water, 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 water. Drown yourself, so to speak. And squeezing lemons all the time. Put liquid chlorophyll in all the time. Put in some mint. Put in some Celtic sea salt. Make that water as powerful as possible for yourself and bring it in constantly. Get a BPA-free water bottle, carry it with you. Feel naked without your water bottle. Have one at the office, buy one for the house. So if you forget the one at the house, you get to the office, well guess what? You have a water bottle waiting for you. Set yourself up for success and build these skills up over time. That's number one, water. Number two, juicing. Get a juicer. I have a really affordable juicer. I put a link below. It's $50, free shipping on Amazon. Hamilton Big Mouth juicer. I mean, it's easy to clean, and make a juicer a part of your life at some point soon. Get some juices going. Number three, blending smoothies. Get a NutriBullet. I have a link for that too. About $79, $80, lasts you forever. Keep it clean. Blend in some stuff. Make a smoothie in the afternoon. Do that celery juice in the morning, smoothie in the afternoon. Man, powerful healing day going on. Get your herbs in with the smoothie, fantastic. Go into a guacamole or a salad before dinner at night. And then what you eat at night, if you have pasta or lasagna or tomato sauce or cheese, it's not as big of a deal because you've maximized the raw, grazing, blending, juicing water all day. You've given your body incredible fuel, incredible tools for the job. So if you have a dinner and you go out at night and you have a beer and a burger, if you have wine and pasta, yeah, it's not great, but it's not a huge deal because you fueled the body. And what did I say to begin all this with?